Jordan Bazile, our current manager of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks, who have yet to lose a game. What a record.
I was just thinking, I feel like I've been at more events than baseball games that I've coached in the last 2 years, kind of seeing all you guys. But it's good to be here again. Good to see all you guys. I'll just keep it short and simple. As far as last year's roster, we actually maintained to bring back 50% of the roster. We're in the process of bringing guys in right now from all over the country, in the works, and I'm excited to get started. So, yeah, it's so cool because we're going to continue to see the league to get better and better as time goes on. Now there's, I think in the minor league there was in 2011 I was with the Tigers. I think we had 181 total players on the minor league roster. And with them dropping these teams, now that's 30 guys per team, and 30 teams, there's now 900 kids that are available that could have been professional athletes. So we're going to start to see in these leagues. So that's really cool. That's really cool to me. Well, it's really, for me, it's about who you know. If you've been around the game long enough, you've seen enough people, you've talked to enough people, and you make enough connections, you call those coaches that you know, and they're like, we want to send them to you. Or, it's not even that with how well Barone did here as well. Guys want to come to Jamestown. It's a place they want to be. It's a place that's exciting. And their experience here over their collegiate years in Jamestown was like no other. And they want to send guys back up here. So really, it makes my job easy. Well, it changes every year. There's really, I wouldn't say there's one way to start necessarily, whether it's pitching, whether it's position players. The older the guys, the better. It doesn't matter which level you're at, whether it's D1, D2, D3, JUCO, NAI, it doesn't matter the level they're at. You want experienced guys that have been on the field before, that can be leaders, that can take the team to the next level, and have been there. And also, you also have to remember these guys play with aluminum bats all year long, so coming to hit with wood is an adjustment. Just through my summer ball career, it took me sometimes 100 at bats in a summer ball league just to start to get going. So you have to trust the process, and you got to have guys who've been there before. Recently was inducted in the Fredonia State Hall of Fame class of 2020. There was going to be a ceremony in October, but due to COVID, that's no longer happening, so that's been postponed. But it's a great accomplishment for me. I always tell people too, when you're trying to determine where you go, just try to find the right fit. And although the funny part is Coach Barone was recruiting me at JCC during that time, and Kellogg and those guys, and I chose Fredonia over them. Had I gone back, now me being a JUCO coach, there's no better experience than JUCO, but making that decision to go to Fredonia for 4 years of my life was best 4 years of my life as well, and was a great honor. It doesn't really click till they tell you you made the Hall of Fame. When you're going through it, you just kind of going, and ended up being a good 4 years. And I wish my golf game was anywhere close to that, because I still stink at that. And when I'm playing golf, I'm so mental. I'm thinking, how am I standing over the ball here? How am I doing this? And baseball just kind of came to me like that. And I never really thought about the mechanics of the game. I just kind of gripped it and ripped it. And it just doesn't work that way in golf. So,
thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
We call up Jacob Kindberg, and Jacob actually reached out to us when he was in Spain, and maybe when we have an availability. And Jacob, when he came to the interview for our job of baseball operations, also kind of a general manager, presented this 18-page proposal of what his vision was for the Tarp Skunks marketing, sales, and community initiatives by Jacob Kindberg. Pretty impressive. So, Jacob Kindberg, our Director of Business Operations.
All right, well, thank you, guys. I'm glad to be here. I'm happy that I was able to meet most of you on the way in, and those of you who I didn't, I'd like to when we're done with this. As Greg mentioned, I was in Spain when this kind of came about, and while 18 pages might seem like a lot, It certainly isn't when you have 3 months of lockdown in Madrid and you can't go anywhere unless you're getting groceries or going to the hospital. So I had a lot of free time on my hands, and this is something I'm pretty passionate about. So I was happy that this opportunity came about. As many of you know, I grew up here in Jamestown, grew up at the stadium with my dad, my cousins, my uncles always going to the games. And, I'm happy to be just the next Kinberg here to work at the stadium and be around the stadium, keep that tradition going. One thing I'll mention about this coming season, certainly it was disappointing with coronavirus that we weren't able to play this year, but if there was any silver lining to that, it is that we'll have quite a long time to prepare for this 2021 season, time that we otherwise wouldn't had we had a season. So I think that's an important silver lining here. And I'm really looking forward to implementing some new things, keeping some of my favorite things and your favorite things from the old Jammers games, because I think that's important as well. So really, really excited to get started here. Again, I'd like to meet everyone who I haven't yet, if we get a chance to after this. I'd also like to mention that we got some merchandise, as Greg mentioned, and you saw on the way in. Kind of a limited variety, but I have the full store available online. So anything you want, we can get it for you right now. I also have some information on some season tickets if anyone's interested. And again, I would really appreciate it if I got the chance to meet everybody here that I haven't yet. So thank you very much. I'm pretty excited. Is there anything else you'd like me to add?
How do they get hold of you?
Oh, well, I got some business cards fresh today. I'll hand them out to you. The number at the stadium, 705-5600. So feel free to give me a call. I'm there every day. Of course, social media and the website as well. Darpskunks.com, yes. Yep.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you guys. Thanks for coming.